How's everybody doing this week? How's everybody Christmas shopping going? Well, no, y'all should be done now. If you ain't done,
Oh, repeat it. We here now.
repeat what?
Tell the story again.
So the other day, I was on Twitch and I was like, this game on sale that I want to play. I'm gonna search it on Twitch to see who playing it so I can see how the gameplay is. So I found one guy and he was what I realized about Twitch is some people who don't have cameras also don't have their chat pulled up on their phone, so they can't see you when you try to chat. They just really like to stream. So they stream and they play with their friends and they don't really communicate with any type of a community. So I tried one guy, because I ain't gonna lie, I do try to find black streamers to go in their chat, but he wasn't chatting back with me. And I was trying to ask him if he liked the gameplay, because usually when I find people, I try to ask them about the game, try to ask them what they're playing, because I'm a chatter. I like to chat with people who I'm talking to. So it was a very small amount of people who was playing this game, so I had to be very careful about who I was looking at. But I guess I got kind of desperate because none of the people was responding back to me when I was talking to him. So it was this one guy, he was playing with his friends, and he seemed like a nice guy. So I, was like, hey, how do you like the game? Blah, blah, blah. He was very nice. He's like, oh, I played the game. I like the game. He was telling me about the game. Everything was fine. Everything was cool. I complimented him on his Christmas sweater. Everything was fine. Everything was cool. It was going very swimmingly. And, I was like, well, hell, I'm just going to follow him. You know what I'm saying? So then he was like, oh my God, thank you so much. You're like my 4th follower today. This is the most followers I got. And then he was like, yeah, because his name on Twitch was D Devil. But I mean, whatever. That means nothing because I see that all the time. But I didn't read his bio or anything. I just watched him play the game. He was like, yeah, the devil is just so awesome. And I'm so close to being at 666 followers. So I just want to thank you so much. And then it started going real left because they started talking about like racial, like bad stuff, like racially. Like it was just like, oh man, so then I was like, damn, I didn't follow this man and he like into the devil and it might be a little bit racist. And then in his stream, what he does is when you follow him, he shouts you out and he says what you will be streaming or what you last streamed. And I was like, oh shit. He was like, yeah, well, I see that you stream, because I was like, hey y'all, well, I'm about to go. He's like, well, I see that you stream, so I'm gonna follow you. Yeah, I blocked him because I'm black, so I don't want him to, because you don't know who you're talking to if you don't go look. And I don't want him to come up here and be like, oh, these N-words.
Naggers.
You know what I'm saying?
God dang naggers.
Because he did follow me. Yeah, I do have to be a little bit more careful with that.
You do, man. You do.
It's got real wild, real fast.
Man, just that quick.
Yeah, it was
just and if like you're a different person too, and you say something that like ignites all of this madness, like, we don't need anybody like going out of their way to come and hate rate us. Like,
right, like, oh, we found someone we can hate.
We know somebody we can bother every Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so I just had to block him. You just had to block him. As soon as I saw he followed me, I just went on in there and blocked him. Well, it happens to the best of us.
It does. You get lessons to be learned.
So I just want to let y'all know that if y'all subscribing now, I added movie news to regular emotes, tier 1 emotes. So you subscribing or you want to subscribe, you could do that now because I have more emotes for you to use. So we didn't even do no introduction today.
We sure didn't.
About a story. Well, y'all know who we are.
You know what we doing.
We gotta do our introduction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it, Stacy. Look at that. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Oh shoot. Mm, I was trying to wait. No, you can do it again. Okay, so I'm Chevy the Superstar,
And I'm Toya.
and this is Two Snaps in a Circle, where we give you the movie news that you can use.
And the movie reviews that you can't refuse.
Nope, because people are allowed to have opinions.
You heard?
Because we are consumers first.
I know that's right.
On that note, because I've been on a tangent today about opinions and people being able to have their own opinions because of this whole Jay-Z thing that's going on. And now, and I think it's because people have an affinity to Jay-Z. Like you can't say nothing bad about him because he's Jay-Z, or you can't not like his music or whatever it may be. So now everybody has to be a producer to comment on who would win a versus against Jay-Z. And I just think that's so unfortunate that people are doing that when in actuality it's really based off your love for Lil Wayne and Jay-Z, that you're now proclaiming that the only way you can talk about or debate something that you consume as a consumer, that you buy, that you go to the concerts, that you purchase, that you invest in, whatever they do, whether it's clothes, shoes, liquor, you know what I'm saying, that you cannot express whether or not or how you would feel on that subject. And I just think that's so unfortunate that we live in a society now where people don't know how to debate, so they don't want to debate. They want to tell you that you're not qualified. And granted, it's plenty of people on the line talking. I'm sure some people watch us and say, y'all not qualified to have these conversations.
Correct.
But that just means maybe we're not for you. And you prefer to listen to an expert speak about it. And that's fine. A producer is an expert. Their opinion should be valued because they, have went to school. They have studied under masters and greats. They have knowledge, a knowledge base of the inner workings of how the sound is created to bring and put a rise in people.
Yep.
But at the same time, if I pay for something and I want to speak about how it tasted, how it fit, how it looked, how it sounded, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, being that I'm a consumer, and without me consuming this, we wouldn't know it existed. I don't think it's fair that just because somebody has an affinity to the artist, they say that you have to be a certain percentage.
Yeah, music is not consumed in one way. Sometimes people listen to music to get by in an activity. Some people do it to fucking dance. Some people get it to energize them for the day. Like some people listen to all of the stuff and all of the things. You can't tell me, just like you said, because I'm not a producer, that I am not allowed to have an opinion if I've been listening to Jay-Z and practically studying every piece, Lil Wayne or Jay-Z, every piece of everything that they've ever given, and it makes me feel emotionally tied to what they do. You can't tell me I'm wrong. If I think that Jay-Z would sweep Lil Wayne or Lil Wayne, nobody can fuck with him. Like, what? And I mean, but that's the funny thing. Versus was set into place for basically like to give everybody an opinion, give everybody a chance to choose, and or just overall enjoy the whole thing. Because when are you going to get two people going against each other like this? As much as it's a shit show with Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills. When are you gonna get those two women together to do something?
But I mean, but that's another thing too. Performance wise, yes. Musically, some people would still say Shaka Khan won because musically they have more of a connection to her music. Let's also remember that versus didn't start off as artists performing. It started off as artists playing their music, which I would prefer, honestly, because somebody, what happened with Shaka Khan was an unfortunate thing, and being that happened, it kind of took away from what she brings to the table, because now they're requiring that people perform. Now they're requiring that people don't have places to sit down. Now they're requiring it be a show, when in actuality it was just a way for us to appreciate the music that was created, how it was created, when it was created, on that sound, in that area. If you wanted to sing a song, cool. If you wanted to perform, cool. If you wanted to get up and sing along with your music, fine. But if we put like let's say they ever did a Beyonce versus Mariah Carey.
Yes.
A lot of people would say that Mariah Carey is one of the best singers, one of the best singers that has ever walked this earth. But is she at her best now? A lot of people will probably say no. Now, I'm just saying what a lot of people would say. I'm not giving my opinion because I don't want to hear it. I am saying what people would say. So, do you really expect for Mariah Carey to get up there and sing against Beyonce song for song? No. Do you expect Mariah Carey and Beyonce to sit up there and listen to their music and play the songs that they love song for song? Hell yeah.
I would love that. That'd be fun.
But like, so that's the thing about verses too. It has expanded and become something so different from what it really was. And initially, are we talking about Jay-Z as a rapper? Are we talking about him as a performer? Are we talking about him as a musical person who makes great music? Are we talking about a person who's been in the industry for decades and has a catalog that is long and long and long? How are we gauging this verses? Because if it's just song for song, then that's what it should be.
That's what it should be. But Nadu said it good. People don't know how to just enjoy it or let it be. One of my favorite moments like that was when everybody was super excited when Drumline came out, and then all the band geeks came out of nowhere like, y'all shouldn't even be going to go see this because y'all don't even know what it mean to be in a band. I was like, this is not about really being in a band for real, though. Like, if you've been a part of any type of team, you've been a part of any type of group of people, you're going to know what this feels like. I'm talking about whether you was in a group in science, like whether you had to do a group project in English, whether you've been on a sports team, whether you've been on an academic team. People know what it feels like to be in a group of people and have roles and someone's not holding their, new people come in. Like, come on, like, we're all human here. And so that's why, man, opinions. That's why they are what they are.
Exactly.
And people just need to let them be had.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about our opinion. Now listen to us for the next hour and a half. Talk about what the fuck we think.
Exactly. Because this is our right as consumers.
Oh man, it most purely is. Like, come on, man. Yelp is it's a whole system based off of what do you think? What happened with you?
I mean, literally, we don't go to a restaurant based off what somebody else said about the restaurant.
Come on.
But that's when opinions are valued. If I'm on Amazon and I'm trying to buy this $2 jean jacket that say that it's Levi's.
Yes, $2 jean jacket.
And I want to know because I need it real quick. I'm gonna go read the damn reviews.
I'm reading the reviews.
Don't buy this jacket. It is really worth $2. I thought when I was buying it, I was getting quality. I paid my $2 for it, and when I got it, the sleeves fell off. You gonna say, I don't want that.
Thank you. Thank you, D Devil 98.
That's exactly what you're gonna do. So, with that being said, there you go.
Yep. So funny. Oh man.
So, I do have movie news. I just went off on a tangent.
It's good. It's nice every once in a while. And look, the agency that we do have this is our motherfucking show, so we can do this how we want to. That's what you're not gonna take from us. I don't care if you thought that we should have introduced ourselves in the very beginning. We'll do it in the middle of the show if we want.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna keep riding this.
All right, Stacey, you can drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on you.
Right, we waiting on you, Stace.
Waiting on Stacey to drop it in the chat. Waiting on stuff. Oh, while I'm doing that, I can actually. I don't even know what the name of that game was. I can't remember.
Right, yeah. What was they really wanted to know the name of the show.
There we go. All right. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Movie news. Why is my camera all shaky today? It must not be secure. All right. My favorite show ever. One of my favorite shows ever. Killing Eve is returning with the final season on February 24th. I've been missing a lot of movie news this week, y'all. I want to apologize. I don't know if I follow too many people or my algorithms are out of whack or what's happening with that, but I definitely have been sucking. So I would like to apologize. But yeah. The House stop motion anthology premieres on January 14th on Netflix.
All right, now.
The animation is kind of creepy. It's very claymation-y. It looked very scary. It looked very scary. Spider-Man No Way Home scores the third best opening ever, earning $250 million. Did anybody watch the trailer for The Northman?
No, I haven't.
Look, I'm not trying to be. It's about Vikings.
Okay.
So it's no black people in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think it's the same consistency you came to one time we spoke offline about Game of Thrones. You're just like, I'm not really interested in watching anything that doesn't have the representation of us. And yeah, like, I mean, throughout the 8 seasons of Game of Thrones, like maybe two black people.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's nothing wrong with the movie. It's a star-studded cast. Alexander Skarsgård, and Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicole Kidman, but York, the hell she's doing in the movie? Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe. He's having a good year. He had 2 movies on the same day, and he got another movie about to come out right now.
I'm so happy for him. I love me some William Dafoe.
William. It's William.
William. Yeah, it is William. William.
Oh man. The trailer is just really like, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It was really no pigmentation.
Yeah. Minnesota Vikings.
And I mean, that's fine, I guess, but like, I don't know. That's the only downside to
it. It's hard to get excited sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you have to watch it and get into it.
That it could, and I mean, I'm not saying black people was everywhere, but I mean, we are everywhere.
Stop acting like we not everywhere.
The official trailer for the Harry Potter 20th anniversary Return to Hogwarts has come out, and it looks so precious.
Oh my God. It just warms my goddamn heart.
And I was like, Toya probably got excited when old girl was talking about her favorite part was the part where she was playing Hermione, playing herself.
Yes!
How do you say that?
No, I did. I was like, I like that part too.
The official trailer for Euphoria Season 2 dropped this week. It will be streaming on January 9th on HBOmax.
Let's go. My favorite teenagers.
I can't watch that show. It's too much.
It's a lot, but I love it.
Can't watch it. The prequel series for The Witcher Blood Origin premieres in 2022. The trailer dropped this week. I gotta finish watching The Witcher. It's really good. It's good. I love that.
I heard nothing but good things about it. I need to.
It's very confusing, but it's also very good.
Okay.
New trailer for Death on the Nile, a movie I had long forgot about, starring Gal Gadot, came out this week as well. That trailer, we've been waiting on that movie for like 2 years. HBOmax put out a nice sizzle trailer of all the exciting things that will be coming in 2022, which included scenes from House of Dragons, the new season of The Flight Attendant, new season of Barry, and a whole bunch of other stuff is on there.
Wow. I like when I'm sometimes surprised by movie news, like, because I would have known, because HBO Max is like, that's my favorite channel, like, that's my channel. And
Yeah,
I
but
would
it's season 3 of Barry stuff was in there. The House of Dragon stuff was in there. Flight attendant stuff was in there. Some other stuff was in there too. I just can't remember. They put some like Free Guy gonna be on there.
yes, I'm excited for that.
Some other stuff too. First teaser trailer for Doctor Strange in into the multiverse of in the I said that wrong. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness dropped this week as well on May. I mean, and it'll be in theaters on May 6th.
Yeah.
It is definitely exciting. Strange Supreme, Sorcerer Supreme is gonna be in there. So if you didn't watch What If, you need to go watch What If. Because that's where you get more information about how Doctor Strange became Strange Supreme and made black stuff start coming out of buildings. So yeah, he basically destroyed the everything. So you should go watch What If. It's only 30
Go
minutes.
learn some things. You're right. You're gonna get through it.
And I mean, honestly, you could watch that episode on and kind of be all right. But by the end of it, do all come together. So you probably should just watch all the episodes. But it is definitely it's definitely gonna be interesting. Atlanta season 3 will officially premiere on March 24th on FX.
A-Town.
Michael Keaton will reprise his role as Bruce Wayne in the upcoming Batgirl movie.
Yes, exciting.
The official trailer for the Uncharted movie starring Antonio Banderas, Mark Wahlberg.
You got that one out, baby.
And Tom Holland.
Yes. I hate WRs and words and all. Ooh, they get me talking like a 4-year-old who hasn't developed.
John Wick 4 has officially been delayed 10 months and will now release on March 24th, 2023.
Okay.
It was supposed to come out the same day as The Matrix.
Wow.
Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige confirms the next Spider-Man is in active production, but still early stages. It means it's probably not gonna come out to 2026. DC's Blue Beetle, which is the first Latino DC superhero, has been moved from a HBOmax release to a straight theatrical release, and it will come out in 2023. Oh, I forgot something. Damn, did I screenshot it?
I hope you did, because now it makes me want to know it. Like,
oh, here you go. One more thing, two more things. Chris North has been removed from The Equalizer following the sexual assault allegations that are against him currently. Chris North,
do better.
Big from Sex and the City.
Oh, do better, bro.
Finally, Anthony Mackie has officially closed the deal to star as the next Captain America in Captain America 4. And that is movie news.
Yeah. On your bitch ass head. All righty. As you can see, as you know, it is December, literally Christmas Eve, which means that we still on our Christmas-ish, which means that we are watching a varied Harold and Kumar Christmas. Came out in 2011, rated R. I'm talking about rated R. Don't make the mistake of going to go let your kids watch this movie with you thinking it's gonna be all cute and fun. Like, it's not meant for the children. It goes a little something like this. 6 years after their Guantanamo, why can't I speak now? Guantanamo Bay adventure, stoner buddies Harold Lee and Kumar Patel cause a holiday fracas by inadvertently burning down Harold's father-in-law's prized Christmas Tree, directed by Todd Strauss, Scholson, writer John Hortwitz and Hayden Schlossberg, and stars, of course, Kel Penn, John Cho, and the beautiful, wonderful, illustrious Neil Patrick Harris, playing almost like a caricature of Neil Patrick Harris. It's so fun the way that he plays himself in this whole trilogy. I just love Neil Patrick Harris throughout this whole film. And I saw the first one and I saw how he's, in that one too. Guantanamo Bay, I've never seen that one. So like, I don't know much about it, but I'm sure it was fun because they allude to it a little bit in this film. But
no, I ain't never seen a Harold and Kumar nothing.
Now, our fun fact of today is that our amazing host Chevy the superstar was a goddamn on superstar in this film. You know how people, they have aspirations of being on the big screen and acting, and they go and they get jobs and they're extras, and you like, how people be like, that's me in the back. Yes, it's on Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix, and you be proud of your friends, you be happy for your friends, but you be feeling like you're an extra. You're probably just walking in the back. It's gonna probably be hard as hell to know it was you, right? Baby girl made it to the national trailer.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I sure did.
One of my friends was like, how do you know it's her if you've never seen the movie? I was like, because we saw the trailer. I remember what she had. It was a moment in our lives. Like,
it really was, because I saw it on TV.
Yeah,
like when it came on the television.
That's what I'm saying. We all championed and celebrated in this moment. This was the beginning, baby. So I to this day I knew what she had on, and we've heard the story about like how it was filmed in July and it was super hot. It was just like, and so it was so cool, like pausing it or just not even having to pause it, like being like, that's Siobhan, like not having to pause it, like that's her right there. Yep, she coming back. Yep, here she go. Yep, here you go, right there. I'm telling you. So the fact that you've never seen not only this film, but then you haven't seen any of the Harold Kumar movies, I thought was hilarious. So we had to throw this in the bunch. Y'all better pull up the screenshot. Follow us on IG and you can see the screenshot.
Right. Yeah. That. But yeah, I didn't know I was in the movie for that long.
Girl, you back there acting, baby.
I really was. I was like, damn, I was acting.
We're both filmmakers and we both have experience being on the set, in front of the camera and behind the camera, and we know how integral like the extras are, and when they do their job, when they're not extra, like it's when they do their job. And I, not because you're my friend, not because we host the show together, but I was like, some good acting.
Thank you.
You ain't doing too much. You doing just enough, and like it was just so good. So we have to celebrate that moment and relish in that before we really get into this. Is there anything else that you like to add on to what your debut?
No, we can talk about when we get there.
Cool. All right. Awesome. So yeah, if you know like the history of Harold and Kumar, it's your good old stoner buddy, humor or comedy, right? And so they put us into the place of, we see where they are after like 5 or I don't know, it's been a while since they've been the sequel, right? They've escaped Guantanamo Bay or whatever, right? And they haven't spoken in a while, but we all know that they've been friends and besties, right? And so Harold is living the life of like the straight edge, businessman, like keeping his head on straight, married guy, and Kumar is kind of still stuck in that world of being like still living in the bachelor pad apartment, doesn't have the best relationships, still smokes ton of weed. Is just one of those guys where you know that everybody around him tells him to grow the F up, like grow up, bro.
Or he keep
Um,
people around him that is okay with him being where he
yeah.
is.
And we realize that they both now have these like placeholder best friends that they're both not fans of. uh where it's like Harold has the guy that he works with who's like his kind of like glorified assistant, right?
I don't even know.
I don't know what he was.
I
Because
just think they worked together and he
yeah,
was weird.
yo, he says
That was weird.
he says my favorite quote in the movie. He's like, "This is a robbery. Give me all your friendship." It's just like, it's just like, nigga, like, wow, calm down.
I missed that. Wow.
Dude. And so yeah, so yeah, so they set us up with that, and we're realizing very quickly that yeah, well, is Harold's married, right? Or are they engaged?
Well, in the beginning, I thought they was engaged, but after the movie went on more, he kept saying he was married.
Yeah,
Like,
I was so confused by that.
Why they keep saying he married? I thought at the beginning he said he was
Okay,
engaged.
let's just go with they're married then, because
Well, by the end of the movie, they was married.
they had to be married, right? So yeah, let's just go with they're married. And so yeah, we set the scene of where Harold and Kumar are in their life, and it's Christmas Eve, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve, and so to put you right into Kumar's life, he's like getting dumped by his girlfriend. What else happened?
He's pregnant.
Baby
They're
girl,
already not together no more, and he got kicked out of middle school, and
oh yep,
all over the place.
it's just all bad. So for him, he's having one of those days where it's like your girl tells you she's pregnant, also while like kind of breaking up with you. You know, you don't have your usual best friend to rely on, so you just go with the guy that gets you drugs and hang out with him. And in a wild, crazy way, like he's kind of pulled back to Harold, because Harold is on the mission to Harold, this is before everything goes down. Harold his wife's family is in town. She has the quintessential, like, they're Latina, she's Latina, and they're a Latino family, and her dad is what is that actor's name?
Danny Trejo.
Yes.
Danny Trejo.
And if you know Danny Trejo, you know that he plays like the hard ass. Like, he's not a nice guy typically, but he's his father-in-law. Yeah, so they must be married because they said father-in-law in the description. And so he brings this coveted tree that he's been growing over for so long to be their Christmas tree for the holiday. And he's really, classic father-in-law being really hard on Harold. What brings Harold and Kumar together? I forget.
All right, so
how did Kumar get to the house? I forget.
First, I just wanted this fun fact: the opening scene at the mall, that's Somerset, and I actually was in that scene too.
Really?
Yes, but you can't see me. I was in the back walking past the fountain.
See, that's what we usually people say, like, I was in the movie.
Yeah, but I actually the way Kumar, I can't think what his name is.
Right? Yeah.
But the guy who played Kumar, his blocking was he had to walk past where I was walking, and then we would reset. And every time we would reset, me and him would almost always run into each other. So we kept having to say, "Sorry, excuse me, sorry."
How cool. How cool.
He was just like, he just tapped me on my shoulder. He's like, "I'm so sorry that I gotta keep doing this."
Yeah. Y'all was friends by the end.
Yeah. Because we had to do that scene like 10 times, maybe more.
That's dope.
More than that. But that day I didn't get picked to be in, like, I wasn't seen.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when you're not seen, you can come back and work on other days of the movie. So a couple of weeks later, we got the call to work on the movie again.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had set up there all day.
Oh,
And it was
I
hot.
don't know.
It was downtown. They shot that scene downtown on that street. So it's off Woodward. It's the two they both of them buildings are under construction right now, but it's the one across the street from the municipal building that they shot that in.
Oh.
And but I'm talking like across Woodward.
Uh-huh.
That one that they doing all that work on right now.
Yep.
And the reason why they was using it is because nobody was using it then.
Yep.
And we was in that because they ain't had no air conditioner or anything in it.
Lord.
They didn't have no working bathrooms. We had to go to another building across the street to use the bathroom because it was an empty building. The building was empty then.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
still functional. It was still like a functional building. So, finally we get our opportunity to go downstairs and they picked us, and it was the first time that I actually got makeup and a little bit of more added additions to my costume or whatever, because I needed gloves.
Yeah.
I needed a hat. That was my red sweater. That was my favorite sweater. And that was my favorite because I always brought stuff that was my favorite things to wear at the time. So if I would be able to point myself out.
Yes.
A lot of stuff I own, and I can easily distinguish myself from everybody else because they want vibrant colors and they want bright colors. So usually when you go on set and you have bright colors, they tell you to wear the brightest color you have. So I went down there and I was in the back, and we redid the scene a few times. And the last couple of times we did it, the director asked for me and a couple other people to come up to the front because they liked what we was doing, and they came over there and they told us, we really like what y'all doing. It's hot. Thank y'all so much. And the ladies come over, she's doing my makeup and stuff because it was sweating. So we sweating stuff. So and the only thing that I regret, well, not really a regret, is when I did the Somerset scene, I called off work to do it, but I requested off to do the scene that I actually was in. And they wanted me to come back the next day because it was only supposed to be a one-day shoot, but we ran over. And you know how they run over to the car. And you notice that it's less people when they run over to the car, right?
Yes, yes.
Because a lot of people who were the extra that day only thought it was for one day, and a lot of people didn't have availability because Kira is in that next scene and you can see her. But the people who were on the car scene, they actually got their names in the credits. And if I would have been able to come the next day, I would have been in that scene because I was right there in the front.
You were right there. It would have made total sense. And you know what? When that scene happens, which is a funny ass scene to me, which is actually a great segue to like how they get to what they get to. Yeah, like I was like, I wonder why that same group of people, like I wonder why Siobhan didn't like. I was like, maybe because she couldn't slide across a car or something like that, like because they did have y'all like running through the
running to the street, but they didn't have enough extras come back the next day, so they had to shoot it as is.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that would have been dope. That would have been dope. That would have been fly.
Yeah. But I was in there.
What a moment. You definitely was. What a moment.
For a long, nice time. A long and strong time. And also, we weren't hitting him with eggs. We were actually throwing like ping pong balls.
Really?
And we were really throwing them at him as
Movie
well. Bobby
magic.
Lee. We were really throwing ping pong balls at Bobby Lee. Like he wanted us to throw. He's like, y'all gotta hit me harder.
So sick. That's a good one. Y'all got to I love it. I absolutely love it. So much fun. Yeah, but
so Harold and Kumar
got
back together because there was a package delivered at Kumar's apartment, and he went to take it over to Harold. And that's how
yes. The magical spirit of Christmas always bringing people together in some type of way.
And yes, Nine Dude. Yes, I was.
So he comes through to the crib, Kumar, and they kind of digging into each other, like, oh, you don't smoke weed no more. Oh, you're still a fucking loser. Like kind of being on some, and this is probably why we haven't spoke in the time. This is why we're at where we're at. Like, I'm not that person anymore. I'm dedicated to my family. I want to, from Harold's point of view, I'm trying to be a better person for my family, trying to be a better guy. Like, I'm not that college senior or just even that dude 5 years ago doing whatever the hell we had to do to get ourselves into jail. And like, I'm not that guy anymore. You shouldn't either. But because Kumar is in such a down place, he's just kind of like, dude, don't kick me while I'm down, and don't kick me for being like a real nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help it because I still like to get high and have a good time and like I'm fun. You know what I'm saying? And so like, old time's sake, they realize that it's a joint and it's lit up.
Well, he lit it. Here, Kumar lit it.
Kumar lit it. Harold threw it out the window.
Oh, also, this movie is in 3D.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So don't be alarmed when you go see this movie and you're like, why is this so exaggerated? Like, the joint, like, it's like a wide shot. The joint comes out of the window and comes right up to the screen and then goes miraculously inside a window that's closed, that gets open, goes inside and lands right.
Oh, but I guess I kind of know why that happened now, based off the end of the movie.
Correct. So the joint lands into the tree that, as we know now, that has been grown over time. The father-in-law brought it. Remember, the father-in-law has been super hard on Harold. And yeah, that tree burnt the hell down quickly. Like, quickly.
Yes, it did.
It was kind of like, damn, there was no saving that tree.
Not at all. I mean, shit, they almost didn't save the damn house. They were just standing.
That's what I was saying. I was like, they almost burnt down the house.
They really did. What up, zombie?
Hey, what up, zombie?
Yeah, they almost burnt down the damn house, but they didn't.
They didn't. So, of course, there's classic between these guys. Blame is being placed. Like, this is your fault. I gotta go do this. I got more important things to do on Harold's side. Like, I gotta get the hell up out of here. Kumar's like, I can help, but like, well, fuck you. But if you don't want my help, then forget it. Then, like,
exactly,
I'm not gonna help you. Then, like, we'll just moving on. No, I'm not lying. I'm lying. They did all decide to go together. What? It started that way, right?
Wait, what are you saying?
I was going to say, like, the reason why I'm trying to figure out why they separated in the first place. Why wouldn't he had helped? Why wouldn't Kumar go and help Harold when he knew he needed?
Oh, because Harold was being a dick. And he kept blaming everything on him. So they decided that they would go their separate ways and he didn't need his help. Because at the end of the day, you say what you want to say about Kumar. Kumar needed to grow up, but that was reflective of his life and his life only.
Mm-hmm.
Harold was not only jealous of Kumar because he didn't have to grow up or he didn't want to, but he needed to place blame on why he was the way he was and why he couldn't be that anymore. And he also wanted to also show Kumar that he didn't need him.
Yes.
And the same for Kumar. But what Harold was overcompensating for and what Kumar was overcompensating for was two very different things. Because to me, Harold felt like he couldn't. He had to choose one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
I either smoke weed or I don't.
Right. If your friends grow apart, but they can also grow together, but because sometimes people think it has to be one way or the other, they walk away because they don't know. Like from South Park, it's moderation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And no, your friends may not moderate or not want to do, but they'll do that for you. They'll do that around you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they won't, but you shouldn't have to me. If you got to walk away because you can't understand that there's a gray area so you can be a full version of yourself and not have to be a portion of yourself, then that is not the other person's issue. Yeah. That is your issue. And by the end of the movie, I think he realized that he could have both.
Yes, most definitely. So they go on this like very fun back and forth of like, Harold's glorified assistant slash best friend has got the infamous Fraser tree, right? But Kumar and his homeboy have gotten there and they try to get it first, and these motherfuckers chasing each other, not realizing Harold's chasing Kumar for the tree, and then they get into this huge car accident. The tree and the car both burned down. This is the second tree to be burned down, and now they're on an even crazier mission because the friend of Kumar is this sex crazed, perverted dude who just is like, I'm trying to have sex with this proclaimed virgin over here. So, I'm trying to do that. He lies and say, like, yeah, it's a tree there, like, well, no, the truth is it is a tree because she sent the selfie and the trees in the back. And like, hey, we got a chance. We can get this tree. Go to this uptown like condo. I don't know New York like that, but I'm assuming it's like a
Detroit, New York.
Manhattan. Shut
Detroit,
up.
New York.
Right. It's a nice little condo overlooking the city type vibes. And this party, again, this movie is not for kids. It's a lot of like raunchy, I'm forgetting the word, just like vulgar. It's like a vulgar, like a lot of references to like coming and like just like everything you can think of. So like the sex stuff is all over the place. So they're finally at this fucking place, right? And god damn it, chaos ensues.
Yeah.
Where now we find out that this is the daughter of this crazy Russian murderer, like
My boss.
yeah, my boss. Like he's a wild,
And
wild
that's why
man.
she's a virgin.
Yeah, never forget these parts. Yeah, he's like, yeah, so he's like the Russian mob and shit. And we have gotten to a point where this woman wants to break her virginity so bad or give away her virginity so bad that she is now trying to give Harold a blowjob and like pull his dick out in the middle of the whole party. Like everybody's there. Like everybody's there. And you know who walks in? The dad walks in. And him being the man that he is and the way that he is, he wants to have him killed. So it's a big shootout. But of course, the guys make it out unscathed and they're just fine. But who gets left back? The two best friends and the child of the glorified assistant has been added into this bunch throughout the film. And this poor precious child has been she got
high.
she got high.
They blew cocaine in her face. She ate some ecstasy pills. I'm trying to figure out how they got that little girl to do that scene with the Russian mob boss where she was like,
yo, I was
doing
super impressed with her. Like she was like my favorite part of the film, other than like the 3D stuff. Even though I didn't even have 3D glasses, it still was like so cool to me the way that they like interjected it every time.
3D wasn't 3D back then when they was doing like my Bloody Valentine and this movie and stuff like that. Point. It really wasn't 3D. It was like if you took the glasses off, you'd be like, because I couldn't wear them damn things. It made my eyes hurt.
Yeah,
so them kind of movies. I'd be like, you take it off, and it's like, oh, this is just regular. It's not red and blue and weird looking.
Yeah, exactly. That's why them shits hurt, because it gave you the ability to it was magnified to give you the ability that it's actually coming off the screen. But what I've learned over time is 3D is actually still just as cool when it's still you don't think that it's coming off the screen. Like it's just an experience, that's all. So they can charge you $5 extra on top of your ticket price. But that girl who did the child actor, she killed that shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how they got to her to do all of that.
For real. I would love to like hear because this was in 2011. So yeah, bro, she had to be she looked like she was about 5 or 6.
I kept forgetting she was old enough to talk, and every time she would talk, I'd be like, "Oh yeah."
That had me wilding out a little bit too. I'm not gonna lie.
she can talk. Like every time she started talking again, I had forgot she could talk, and I'd be like, oh yeah, she can talk.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, she can. Oh, damn. So, like, you got the two friends that are stuck in the closet with the coked up baby. Actually, the glorified assistant coworker. He's
Todd.
Todd. Yeah, Todd's coked up too. Right. I'm sitting up here with the cast list with the names, and I'm still being like, I'm giving you this name. You take it. You take it. That's your name, boy. That's your name, Todd. Because I really like him. He's a fun actor. Oh my god, his IMDb photo is so fun. And then Adrian Amir Blumenfeld.
His name was Adrian.
Yeah, his name was Adrian. I don't think they said that man's name
I
once.
feel like I heard it was because I was gonna say his name started with an A, but I was like, I didn't think it was anything like super professional like Adrian.
Adrian was his name.
Okay. They said that name, and I said, "Oh, the baby name must be Adrian." When they said it, like, "Where's Adrian and Ty?" And I said, "The baby name is Adrian."
Her name was Karen with a C, or maybe it was Corinne. It could have been Corinne. I thought that's who Vanessa was. This actress, I've seen her before. I knew she looked hella familiar.
Man, I just
Oh
want
my god,
to.
yeah. So where are we at now?
So basically, you know, we are at the point where they are claymation.
Oh my gosh, because they're high.
And Kumar then pulled out his penis, and it was clay. And they're high because they were drugged after winning a game of beer pong for the Christmas tree that they didn't end up getting.
They did not get.
And then they ended up at the church because they had Christmas trees in there.
Yes, of course.
And that is when we found out that Kumar was really high because he made up this elaborate plan to get the Christmas tree that made no fucking sense.
It made no sense at all. But thank God this was also the same church that the family was going to midnight mass at, which is what gave Harold this cushion of time to be able to even replace the tree that had burnt down at the house originally. But
yeah,
very old to a lot of Christmas movies before, specifically movies that we have reviewed on the show. Jingle All the Way, they're walking through the alley realizing that this is not a good plan at all. We're really fucking high, and they are pulled in and being told like, you're fucking late, you guys are on a smoke break, what the hell are you doing, blah 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 blah. And like they are thrown into Neil Patrick Harris's
holiday show.
Yeah, holiday show.
But before that, what had happened that was interesting was I feel like that was the first time that they actually stopped and talked for a minute. And Kumar was basically like, I don't understand why you need to do all of this to impress her dad. And I mean, for me personally, I felt like if you got to do all of this, you know, is it really worth it? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I mean, he said why it was worth it for him. But to me, it's like, have you even asked her if that stuff makes her happy? You know what I'm saying? Or are you just doing this because you think this is what makes her happy? It's like you going. Granted, burning down the tree is bad because he grew it for 8 years.
It is,
and that is bad. But literally going through all the other stuff you're going through to try to prove yourself to somebody, when the reason why he didn't even like you wasn't even the reason why you thought. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just, yes, I understood where he was coming from. And I'm glad he told him that because that gave him a little insight on what it means to be an adult and to make sacrifices for people that you care about. But also Kumar basically saying, I understand what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying? You still got to be your own person. You still got to do your own things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't abandon who you are and what you even got you to this place for somebody who can just bash it in 1 second. Like, because if that is the case and you're doing this for your family, then that's something that they should be able to see. And if they don't see that, then essentially they are bashing you for something that you really don't have much control over, or you shouldn't have control over, like, or shouldn't be any of their business. Like,
and
I'm good to you.
Be miserable too.
Yes.
which is what he was for the better part of that movie.
That's what you
So
find out.
anyway, back to the fun.
So yeah, they think that Neil Patrick Harris has died because once again
He
he's
got
talking to
shot
two
up with
people.
a shotgun. I mean, he should be
Right.
dead.
Yeah. We haven't seen the second one, but from what it sounds like, he shouldn't have survived
What
what
it looked
happened.
like, he shouldn't be alive.
He got shot in a whorehouse. It's like, how are you still here? When they went back and forth. Oh my God, just like that whole thing of like Neil Patrick Harris, the whole act of him being gay, like
Yes,
it's
and
just
his
so
whole ass husband was in the movie.
whole ass husband in the film. He's like, I got a wife and kids back at home. I told you not to use that much tongue. It's just so good. It's just like I love that. It makes it like you said, like really fun. It just makes it a real fun part. But they're like, dude, we need you
And
to
he was on crack. And I was like, damn. I thought it was some cocaine in that bed.
yeah,
He was like,
so
"Who's the
look,
crack?" And I was
so
like, oh.
one of my friends has been saying like every time somebody's on coke, she's been saying like they're on crack, and I'm like crack. Like no, you mean they're on coke? Like yeah, I mean the other one. Like but it was so funny because in this moment he was on fucking crack. He was like, give me that rock, give me that crack.
Had the
I'm like
pipe and
that's fucking crack.
everything.
I know
He had
crack.
the pipe and everything. I was like,
The
oh
pipe and
my.
everything. So of course they're like, maybe Neil can help us. Neil's like,
Yeah.
nah.
No, he's like, yeah, y'all can have that. They didn't even have to say it. He's like, I can read your mind.
He knew they was back there the whole time talking about, hey there, I don't even know what he
He
called
said Kumar, and
Morty.
it was not his name at
It
all.
was not his name. Some other shit. Like, oh my God. Like, cause he was like, it's Harold. He was like,
Yeah.
what the
But
hell?
we ended up giving him the tree and giving him the waffle maker and or whatever it's called.
The waffle box.
Okay. And we thinking, oh yeah, well maybe they'll make it. But then they started thinking about their other little stand-in best friends, and it was like, oh no, but we need to help them. And then they got in an argument again, but then they got caught by the Russians.
Mm. So, that classic shit where it's just like, just when you think they get away, they got caught up. But then,
Oh, but they had a bad argument because Vanessa called Kumar because everybody was calling Kumar saying they couldn't come. I mean, Harold saying that they couldn't come to his Christmas party. And then Harold got fed up because he was like, so everybody come to the Christmas party, but I can't come to the Christmas party. Oh, so that's how you really feel? He's like, because you not grown up. You not an adult. And he was like, well, I'm more an adult than you because at least I would have told you if I didn't want you to come to my party. And then the Russians showed up. That was my
and then the Russian shut up. No, that's exactly what fucking happened. So, what I guess not, but what ironically happens is that they use what's happening with them friendship wise as a way to kind of, you know how it is. You got to get the villain in their feelings about how they need to let you go and let me live and don't kill me, please. And they play onto the fact that, these two villainous guys, they're your standard, whatever, what are you,
brothers.
roadies, whatever you call them.
Brothers, actually.
Yeah. Oh, brothers, right. And they just play on that and being like, you guys, friendship's important, love's important. You got to get along. They do it, but then they're like, y'all still gotta die. And guess who comes to save the day? A damn waffle bot. And because Harold Kumar Christmas is such a crazy and wild movie, who else would you expect to come through and save the day but a damn waffle bot? Comes through, saves the day, and again, another classic movie trope, or paying homage to the movie. Harold's dick gets stuck to the pole that they were tied to. Very a la A Christmas Story when Flick's tongue got stuck to the pole. And it's just a whole crazy moment of how they get loose. But they get out, they're loose. Okay, how the hell do we get away from this warehouse? How do we get home? This is when they call the guys again, right? Do they call the guys again? They call the guys again. Then
Nope.
the shot. So then
Because
they
neither one of their phones worked.
got it. So then they got the shotgun, and it's like, oh well, shots go up in the air. That's how people, can know where you at. You
And
throw
I
shots
said,
in the air.
what
Everybody
the fuck kind of
and
logic
I
is
was
that?
like,
Y'all really shot this movie in Detroit. I was like,
for real, for real. For real, for real. Like I was every moment I was like, okay, I know where that's. I feel like I know exactly where that's at. I feel like okay, I've seen that part of Detroit before. Man, these motherfuckers put a shotgun in the air and a body falls from the ground, and it's the last body that you would. It's just not who you think it would be, and of course, it's fucking Santa Claus.
I knew it was gonna be Santa, but I didn't know he's gonna be all fucked up like
Oh,
that.
I know he's gonna be fucked up like that. When he was like, "Oh, it's not really that bad." Like he just had a lump, and then they pulled it back, and then the blood was coming out. Remember, it's a shotgun, so shotgun pellets ain't no hope.
But they are in this movie because Neil Patrick Harris got shot in the butt and the back, and he's still walking around.
Well, remember, technically he died, and then they kicked him out of heaven.
Oh yeah, he did die. Okay.
Yeah, they kicked him out of heaven.
Well, I didn't know that you go back to Earth when you die and you get kicked out.
I didn't know that you just get to come back. Like I thought when you got kicked out of heaven, you go to hell.
Hell.
I didn't think that. Like, okay, Jesus is cool as fuck. Maybe that's what it was because it was Jesus, it wasn't God.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he does like.
Oh, but maybe he would only been in heaven for like 5 seconds.
Maybe.
So he just pushed them back, because time moved fast.
Time moved fast.
Somewhere up there, so he probably was only out of his body for like 3 minutes.
Oh, totally.
Maybe.
Totally. Yeah. So it's like, oh, his body's still warm. Let's just take over. Let's just
put him back. So Harold.
Yep.
Kumar. I mean, he went to doctor school.
Yeah, he's a med guy.
Medical school, not doctor school. And he was training to be a doctor. And so he, hooked up Santa Claus. And I said, oh, you was good at this.
What he was doing.
And so after, they hooked up Santa Claus, before this happened, Kumar had told Harold, yeah, I got Vanessa pregnant. And then he's like, what? I stopped smoking weed because I thought I couldn't do the pregnancy thing. He's like, no, man, that ain't how that works. He's like, man, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have still smoking weed. See, you can have both. Yeah, I guess I can, man. I guess I can.
That's where the moment hit.
Yeah, it's like I've been mad at. I probably got away from you because you didn't grow up in the way I thought you should.
Yep.
But when I had to grow up, I became unhappy because I saw you still living your best life, even though it wasn't the best life for who I'm trying to be now. So really, I'm mad at you because I'm jealous of you.
Yeah.
And I was just as irresponsible as you when I was with you. But now I can judge you for it because I'm trying to be a better version of myself, but I'm not trying to be myself. I'm trying to be a version of something that I think I need to be. In actuality, I don't have to be that either. I can be a part of that. And hopefully you seeing that you can have both in me, you'll want to change too.
Yep.
You'll maybe want to grow up and be a little bit better for yourself too, because the way you moving ain't best for you.
Yeah.
Maybe it was years ago, but you need to be moving different. But because I'm your best friend and I shitted on you and made you feel bad about not being on my level, that probably drove you into a deeper depression and made you continue to do the things that you were doing and self-destruct even more because we were best friends. We were supposed to go together.
Yeah. So, because it was like, at least we had that.
Right.
Because, I mean, if you know enough, like Harold's always really been the same. He's been very straight edge, never wanted to like break the law, he just wanted to smoke a little weed, have a little fun with his homies. Like he never really wanted to be the guy that just like doesn't take care of business and do what he's supposed to do. And it's like Kumar was always like, he's seen that. He was like, I refuse to do what is called onto me just because I'm supposed to, just because I'm like, because of how I was raised and what my parents expect of me, I have to fall into that. I like to fucking smoke weed. I like to have fun with my friends, and I have other aspirations, and I want to do those things. And it's just interesting to see how much they have actually grown. Like when I think about this, is even although I haven't seen the sequel, seeing the jump from the first one to this one, you really do like they really stayed in a line with they really turned out to be the people I totally expected them to be. Like for real, for real.
I was about to say something else, but I cannot remember what I was about to say.
Mm.
I cannot
It'll
remember.
come back to you.
Maybe. I don't know.
So at this point, yeah, like
Oh, so Santa.
you saved Santa's life.
And they basically say, I'm the one that sent y'all the joint because I knew that would bring y'all back together because y'all supposed to be friends. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it was about that. And that's
Oh,
not what
oh,
it is. And I
oh
can't remember
no.
what it is. But anyway, so Santa basically give him a ride home on the sled, and it's just like this. You gotta be half of this, and then and then he go home. He'll go home, and
It's well after midnight, so
it's next
obviously,
morning now. It's about 4 o'clock in the
yeah,
morning.
the dad is the father-in-law has gotten home, realized that the tree gone. Should have realized not only is the tree gone, but it been burnt, like a la fucking Christmas Vacation. Come on now, you could tell the tree used to
And the
formerly
window
be.
busted open. And the window busted open.
Like, come on now. But he trying to give him shit. But because what Harold has learned on this journey about one, standing up for yourself, two, being like not standing up for yourself and who you actually are, which is just really the whole thing. Like not only being like, I am gonna tell you who I am as a man, but I'm also gonna let you know, like, this is my family. And I understand all that shit was important to you, but to put that shit on me as if like I'm just supposed to take it in like a little bitch, I'm not gonna do that. And so what you have to appreciate is this is my family now. This is what we got going on. And if you want to collaborate, cool. But if you want to come in and rule shit, I can't allow that because the man that I am going to be, I don't know.
That's the funny part about it. That's not what it was. That's what he let it be.
Yeah.
So in the essence, that was his fault. He could have said that from jump.
Okay, so the dad comes in with this is your Christmas tree. He took their former Christmas tree and took it away.
But he let him do that.
Yeah.
He let him do that. So from jump, he let him do
because
all of
he
those
knew,
things.
yeah, because the
could have
man
put
that
his foot down from the
the
jump.
man that he was trying to be was like the best person to make sure he didn't ruffle no feathers.
Yeah, which is his fault.
Truly.
That's
truly.
his fault.
Truly. But now he realized, like, you got the right to change. I'm different now. So, nigga, accept who I am now.
I mean, but my rebuttal to what you're saying is that man came in like that. But if he would have put it down in the first place, that wouldn't have happened. He didn't come in there with that energy because he disliked him. He came in there with that energy because that's the type of man he is.
Yeah.
So it wasn't nothing about him trying to make him feel less than what he was. He allowed for him to let him feel that way.
Yeah, he already had seen himself that way.
Correct.
But now that he don't, I'm in this bitch. So what's good? Nothing. Exactly. Get the fuck up out of here, nigga.
Okay.
Fuck up out of here, nigga.
Right. So Danny Trejo was just like, basically, yeah.
But yeah, but
I
was testing you. I was testing you. I wanted to see if you had cojones. You know,
he didn't want him to be. He was a bitch. He was like because no man in their right mind would let another man come in their house like that.
Correct. Correct.
But that was his fault.
Yeah, but I think, but I also believe like, but that's still kind of fucked up when you know somebody's a nice person. You're like, I'm just gonna take advantage of them because they're not gonna do anything about it. But it's like eventually that person has no choice but to eventually stand up for themselves, right? Like, so when they do, like, you gotta accept it, and when it continues that way, you gotta continue to accept that shit. because that's about to be the way it is.
But I mean, that's what he did.
That's what that moment was. That's all I was saying. That's what the moment was.
But I mean, it was no tension. It was just like, this is what it is.
Yeah, he came in that bitch and he was like, no,
but he was like, this is what it is. But
he was sitting there like, where's the fucking tree? And he was like,
but
the bitch burnt down. And you know what? God damn it, this is my fucking house.
But then after that, he was still like, but I mean, like, but that's okay for me to say that to you.
Because he's a nice guy.
So that's where I'm like, I don't know the energy level.
He's still a nice guy. He's still a nice guy. Like, it's also a movie.
But also what I'm trying to say is like, just because you're nice, don't mean you have to let nobody walk all over you.
No, you are completely right. No, you are completely right. I've learned that lesson hard over and over and over again. It is like, I'm either nice or a total bitch, like, because it's hard to stand in your truth sometimes and not seem like a total bitch, right? So if I'm standing in my truth, I'm coming off like, is that okay? You know, but you still want to add on that little niceness to be like, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, right? That was Harold's moment. That was his first step of learning how to stand in his truth and be the nice guy that stands up for himself.
Right. And that's fine.
Yeah. No, for it totally
I don't know. I don't agree with the whole like Danny Trejo was just came in there on purpose and did that. You know what I'm saying? Some people just have that energy and that's how they come in. And if you allow for them to come in that way, it's up to you to change that.
Yeah.
However you do that.
yeah, but that was the whole point about the film, is that he was learning, just like in that alleyway. I think that although he was admitting that to Kumar, I think he was also realizing in that very moment that, oh, that's why I fucking do this. I don't do it to fucking satisfy her fucking mean ass dad. I don't do it because it's my husbandly duty. I do it because it means something to me. And like when you realize certain things, like sometimes you don't even know why you do shit or why you are the way you are. And I think Kumar wasn't the only one that found that out when he said that out his mouth. I think he was also realizing it in that moment too, which gave him the energy to go back. But because he's naturally so easily the nice guy, it's like, let me tell you about yourself and what the way it's going to be. That's cool, right? Because like I never really did this before. Then my first time standing up for myself. Did I do it right?
Yeah, but also you have to do all of that.
Thank God Danny Trejo, or the father-in-law, was like, oh, I've actually been waiting for you to show me some cojones. Like, I've been waiting for you, meaning that he's been like testing him and being a little bit more extra than probably naturally that he is, because he wanted him to prove something, because it's like, that is his, and we know this of father-in-laws. They want to, especially fathers of daughters, they want to know that the men that are, or the person that they're entrusting their children with, any father, I would think, or any parent, that is somebody that is going to protect. And, you know, naturally with men, with their daughters and other men coming in, like, he wants to know that you gon' like stand up for the family. You're not just gonna be a little bitch, you know. And so who better to test you than me, than moi? You know, and so it happened, and they had a really cute moment. It was like so cute, because from that point on, it's just like you saw the cute little like fatherly son bond, father-in-law, son-in-law bond that you always want to see with, you know, I would speak as a woman. I would love to see my husband and my father like have that bond, like they're just like good old buddies.
Yeah. But they needed to keep them damn sweaters off Danny Trejo, because he looked crazy. I
was like, I know that had to be the first and last time Danny Trejo wore something like that.
He's a cool guy. He play a lot of characters that you wouldn't think he would play. Like that, him playing that character reminded me of him in Spy Kids.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
because
one.
that's a movie you wouldn't think he would be in, playing the kind
Never.
of character he was playing.
Never. That's what I freaking love about him. Like
Yeah, he was
I
great.
love about kind of like that trope that you can do with an actor. Like I ain't never seen him like this before.
Yeah, I love that man. He's a great
And
actor.
it's such a good
I
movie. It's
actually
such
hear
a
some
good
really
movie.
good stories about him. Like I met at a Comic
Mm-hmm.
Con, I met this guy. He sells posters, and he said that one of his biggest clients was Danny Trejo, and he'll just come to Comic Cons where he at. He'll fly out to the Comic Cons and he'll buy and spend like thousands of dollars on posters,
Wow.
and he'll only buy them from him, like because they original movie posters. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, he's just a nice ass dude.
That's what's up.
No,
That's what's up. It's nice to know that there are people in the industry and people that are in the like the scene that are actually like super personable and like have that trait, because it's so easy to think that when you get on a big screen like that and you get paid for a living to like to do this, it's easy to think like, man, you probably a really big-headed individual, like, you know, you whatever that you think that comes with like that Hollywood shit. But you realize like the motherfuckers like they got unions, they be wanting their money when they supposed to have them. You talking about being in areas where there's no bathrooms and shit like that, and spending times in trailers and maybe
oh
not the
yeah,
most
shit, yeah.
alluring, desirable cities and
Like
shit like that.
bathrooms, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did just tell you we had to walk
Yeah,
across the street to another building to go to the bathroom.
bruh. And I mean, I'm not saying like they treated y'all like that because y'all were extras. I mean, that
Yeah,
probably
it's
has
just
something to
sometimes you
do
shooting
with
in a
it.
place where it ain't no damn
It ain't no damn
bathroom.
bathroom. We here to act. We ain't here to pee.
Yeah, usually we were in a high rise, so they
Mhm.
couldn't put the bathrooms outside like they normally would.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
half the time you're not shooting at a place that's got a working bathroom. It's a building
Most
that's
like
been sitting for months and years and months and years, and they're not
that's
about
how
to
they get
pay.
it cheap.
Yeah, and that's not, and then they're not about to pay to have the water and turn back on.
Mhm,
Sometimes the
mhm.
electrical ain't even on,
Man,
depending
for
on where
real,
you
for
at
real.
or what you're doing.
Yeah.
But what did
Comedians
Kumar
really
end
do
up
the job.
doing? Kumar ended up having a
Kumar, yeah.
robot baby.
Yep, he goes back to Vanessa. Vanessa tells him like next time use me for your clean urine so you don't have to fail your test, because that's the reason why you're in this whole rut anyway. Like
Yeah, because he was trying to
resources.
get so high all the time that he just was not feeling
Jesus,
right.
right.
Because that was stupid.
Right. So
Like
it's
you could
like
have got
he's
some type
like,
of
look,
PP.
use my pee so you can take this exam so you can become what you need to become, because we
Because I
got
was like, boy, you didn't drop out of school. You didn't just.
come on now,
Oh my god,
we got a child on the way.
you didn't drop out of school. You just peed wrong.
You
You
just
know how many
pee.
peas you could have used?
Exactly. I ain't thinking. Harold, um, I he now Maria is pregnant.
Oh yeah,
They
Maria
got
was
a
pregnant.
baby on the
She was
way.
weird. I didn't like her.
she uh she was all over the place.
Yeah, she like all her scenes was like bouncy, like
Harold, is that Harold? Thanks. But
and Santa gave them a Christmas tree, and
Santa gave them the
he really
Christmas
needs to go see a doctor.
yeah.
There was a lot of blood. It was a lot
It
of
was
blood.
a lot of blood. I was like, they would never show that fucking bloody ass Santa had. Like,
And baby and daddy was high. Todd and baby.
oh my god, the
Baby
Todd
Korean
and
or
that Karen
Kiran
with a C,
or Karen.
right?
Korean
Hot.
Kiran.
I mean, just happy as hell. And it ain't a movie without showing somebody being high. So you got Harold and Kumar smoking a joint on a
And they
stand.
didn't even shovel the snow.
They didn't even show the snow. Then you got Karen and her daddy high as hell. And then end off with a Merry Christmas.
That's
Santa.
That smoke was fake as hell though.
Oh my God. Smoking out of a bong.
And did you see how they fixed the window? They put a whole bunch of presents in the window.
Yeah. Yes, that was funny. So this movie is like, it's again a good old stoner film. It's 3D, like super vulgar and a lot of inappropriate shit. Things that if you're, I don't want to say if you have a stick in your butt, kind of, maybe.
It's
I don't
definitely
know.
not for everybody. It's
Yeah,
definitely not for everybody.
yeah. I
If
mean,
you're not into that
between the jizz
genre,
jokes and, I mean,
penises.
yeah, my favorite jizz joke is you're gonna feel a little bit of lotion on your back in about 35 seconds coming from a male.
That scene was too cringy to laugh.
I was like,
Especially with everything that's going on in the world
like,
today.
that's gross. That's
I was
terrible.
just like, oh my God. So you just been doing this to
you were
women this
gay.
whole time?
I thought you were gay.
Nah, honey.
For that pussy. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm like, he like, oh, my hands, I can't. I said, oh my God. This is so bad. I was like, this is so bad.
So bad. It's so bad. So it is some moments of cringe, like, I can't believe they said that. Disbelief and just like, okay, y'all.
They put a play dick in a fake dick.
That's just so much. Just so much. And the moment where you're just like, eyes closed, can't take no more. Then they just settle all things down. Like they just.
I was just like, what is? Okay, that's because I didn't know all that was in that movie. I was like, I was in a movie, okay.
You was in a movie, baby.
I can only tell this part
hell of a
for
movie.
real. I can.
That's
This was the beginning. Was the most PG part. Shit.
Oh, completely. Yeah, that's where it's like, oh, I could probably let a teenager or young, like 12-year-old, 10-year-old maybe be around me. Then eventually it gets to a point where it's like,
Yeah, like it got to a point where it was like, oh no, oh wow,
that's a lot.
Okay,
that's a lot.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so for me, movies like this, it's just hard to find a movie quote sometimes. Like it was
finding these Christmas movies are hard to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm really realizing. Christmas
and Halloween.
I feel because the story or what like usually a quote sometimes can hit right is typically the message of the film, and the message of the film was obviously like friendship and reconnecting and like standing up for yourself, right? But there was nothing that they just let moments be that instead of letting a lot of like scripts or words be a part of that, which I really
was watching something else and got a quote. That was not it. I was watching The Witcher and they said something. I said, oh, that's a good quote, but that's not this.
You won't be able to connect it. Well, I went up and I found something. So I found something from Fried Green Tomatoes. I don't know who said it, but I found out what the secret to life is. Friends, best friends. I'm not sure how that was delivered or anything like that, but I
read over offline before, isn't it? I've heard that before. When we was watching something else, that was one of the quotes that we was looking at. We didn't use it. But I've heard it before. I remember hearing that.
Very
possible movie. So
yeah, I felt like that I chose that because I just felt like it reflected what we were just talking about, in a sense of like the whole thing of them not needing each other, and sometimes how you can go through life thinking because people don't elevate with you or they don't grow with you that you don't have any need for them, and you realize very quickly that there are reasons why people are in your life. There's reasons and seasons for sure, right? And so sometimes it's easy to disconnect from people or cut people off or not be in people's lives because of whatever reason you can bring up. But really, I do believe, like sometimes when I think about my love life or my career or just my personal thing, like I feel like the thing that always brings it back together, the glue is like is friends.
Oh my God, I never heard it.
We heard it from one of our friends.
Tyler Perry.
You keep it fun. You keep it fun. Oh my gosh. Would you see yourself watching this film again?
I watched the part that I'm in
You'll
again.
watch the part that you're in. Would you go back and watch any of the other Harold and Kumar films?
No.
No. And I'm not gonna lie, it made me want to go back and watch the White Castle joint. But then I feel like I would fuck around and watch that, and then it would just make me want to watch How High. So then it makes me feel like I just go watch How High.
I ain't never seen that either.
He always say that.
He be like, when you need friends, because I don't know. That's my Medea impression.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I copped out in the middle. It didn't
That's
sound
a good
right.
one.
It didn't sound right.
All right, tell the people what we're doing next week.
Next week we are watching Waiting to Exhale. Not exhale to waiting. Waiting to exhale.
Waiting to the exhale.
Because I'm not waiting to exhale. Because half the time you exhale, you be exhaling for the wrong goddamn reason. You better exhale to breathe.
And as we've stated before in our Instagram live, y'all got to check us out. We will be going live every month. We probably gonna start amping it up, going like live twice a month, maybe weekly. You never know, baby. But anyways, as we said in our last live, that we are watching Waiting to Excel because it's the day before freaking New Year's, right? Or New Year's Eve. But anyways, it's
New Year's
movie
Eve.
Starts on New Year's Eve and ends on New Year's Eve. So god dang it, we giving you something that incorporates all the seasons, incorporates what a year can bring to you, and it just seems right. It just seems correct. It just seems the best. I mean, we could take a week off, but we not like that. We in there beat. We in here. And yes, you are damn right. Waiting to Excel definitely is top 5 soundtrack.
That was one of my first CDs.
That is so cool.
In my life. And I wore that bitch out.
Wore that bitch out.
I had the Clueless soundtrack on tape.
Ooh.
I had Immature CD. I had Monifa single.
Damn.
Like, it's been too long. Like that. And then I had Waiting to Exhale, Brandy, first album.
Damn.
And
what the jams?
Then they got me Soul Food when that came out.
When I got Soul Food, I was so happy. I played the shit out of that.
Nah, yeah. I enjoyed it. But shit,
Oh
I was watching Waiting to Exhale like I was a damn woman waiting, a grown ass woman waiting next damn hell. I went and saw that in the movie theater.
I have a
see that at the movies.
I'm just gonna say this. I have a TMI fact about my personal fact about myself when it comes to that film, but I don't know if I want to share it on live. Though.
Oh no.
Not share this.
I know that one.
You know it. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm not gonna
don't do that.
I'm not gonna share it. But I'm not like look, I am not scared to say it, as we all know. I've said some things in the past, y'all. No, if you want to know more, I might just DM you. You can DM, I can hit you up on the low about it, but I'm not gonna say it so it can be blasted on YouTube for the rest of my life.
Yeah, because
you gotta personally know me for this.
Yeah, it's gonna be on some
20 years from now, my kids is like, Mom,
what they gonna pull at? Like,
what is right?
Mom.
We have LaToya Coates stating.
And you're gonna be like, oh shit, I forgot all about that.
Yes, you missed the whole thing. We about to check the deuces, bruh.
We about to get real candid on the
candid camera. You know I can make that mistake sometimes. I just be talking.
I'm glad I knew what you was talking about.
I'm glad you didn't. No. No, because I sure would have been hyped up to. I would have said it. We would have had it right here. Y'all would have known. I got you, Stacy. But yeah, we doing Waiting to Excel next week. Usual. That movie was trash. You a hater.
Talking about the Matrix.
All right, y'all. I'm Latoya. You can find me at Latoya Coates Point of View Finder on the IG. As always, get your 10 pages a day, drink your water, eat your fruits and your veggies. And while my boy Z in the house, head over to Tubi, type in a sentimental mood and check it out. It's an amazing full feature film. Another one filmed right here in Detroit, but authentically Detroit. We're not trying to act like New York or Chicago. It's Detroit. Yeah, Chevy, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me right here at Chevy the Superstar on the Twitch. You can that ain't what I'm trying to do. You can also find me on Instagram at Chevy the Superstar. You can find me at Stacy Stream on Wednesdays at 7:30. We play games. And you can find me at 9 p.m. on the GFT Radio. We will be discussing the last 2 episodes of Hawkeye. And the last episode is just, I loved it a lot. And it was really great. And I keep rewatching a certain scene over and over again because the one thing I can't say about that show, it was very serious and it got really real, but it was also very fucking funny. And it's the first Marvel TV show that I feel like I would rewatch.
Really?
Because I like watching stuff that make me laugh. I like funny, serious stuff. That's why I like Killing Eve so much, because it's funny and it's serious.
Yes.
Like I'm talking about funny, like dying laugh. Like There's nothing better than watching a drama that makes you die laughing.
You laugh, yes.
At points.
Yes.
So yes, that is what I really enjoyed about Hawkeye. It was really serious, but it was funny as hell. It was funny.
I'm gonna have to check that out because I enjoyed the what was the other one? The one with Anthony Mackie.
Winter Soldier.
I enjoyed Winter Soldier, so I would like the
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I'm definitely gonna check out Hawkeye.
Yeah, it's really funny. I mean, it's good, but Florence Poe as Yelena is just. That's a girl. That girl can act, man.
Okay,
I really enjoy her. But blind white women. It's just
they got a chokehold on you.
The acting. I just love the acting. The blonde-haired white woman. All right. So Stacy said Ray. It's Mark Cooper.
Y'all see that?
I think he playing Halo Infinite right now.
All right.
Okay, we going in there. And I'm scared because I'm doing this mess right.
You just got to run up in that boy real quick.
So we just going to wait for a minute. It's happening in 1 second, y'all. Bye. Oh, no. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, y'all. Okay, not for real.
Next, see y'all. Love y'all.
Bye, y'all. See y'all.
Holiday, Merry Christmas.
Happy Merry Christmas.